These are the trials and tribulations of living in the ghetto. See, I don't know if I'm being doubtful, if I'm being negative, but like, I just have been through so much with this management company. Like, I don't see them doing anything for me. Especially if they're gonna be like, oh, he'll fix it tomorrow, he'll send somebody, but it's just like, the rat doesn't bother you. The 311 calls don't bother you. Like, y'all simply, how do you allow your tenant to reach 44,000, huh?
They bring your tenants and bring your credit.
Yeah, like if he's living, you're telling me he's living in a 4-bedroom apartment, he's never letting you guys in, and he's accumulated $44,000 in back rent, and y'all had to call the U.S. Marshals to get him out of the apartment? Huh?
Open the doors. I'm trying to figure out, as big as Pops was, like, how the fuck you couldn't get this man out?
I've been crying all day. Not all day, but since 3 o'clock. Here's the story. I had plans of just doing my laundry and going to get my hair done. I wanted to get it Dominican blown out. And something in my spirit told me to go lay down. Alexa was playing music, and I was like, this sounds like dripping. I didn't know what the hell it was. I tell Alexa to pause, and the dripping is getting worse, and I'm like, holy shit, my ceiling is leaking. Here is the footage basically of what has happened since 3 o'clock, and it gradually went towards the ceiling fan. I called my super, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna call the lady upstairs. And he's like, well, how bad is it? I said, I don't know, just get here. This is my ceiling. And so it started over here, but as you can see, let me zoom you guys in. That area has like a hole. And about a couple months ago, I had another leak. And this is a bubble that I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but it pretty much went over here. It was leaking in this corner as well, but pretty much, I don't know if you guys can see, all of this was leaking. And as you can see, there's still water bubbles. And I'm glad to be documenting. I know some people would be like, why would you document your struggles? At this point, this is my reality as a content creator and as a person that lives in the Bronx, living in New York City. I had an entire bag, as you guys saw in the last scene, of my paper towels that my super had gotten me. Thank God he bought the heavy duty stuff, Bounty. Bounty, if you want to sponsor me, please let me know. But on the floor, I have pretty much like the plaster and stuff. And so tomorrow, allegedly, and I think I struggle to believe anything but that my super is saying, but I think it's just doubt, just because I have struggled. If money wasn't an issue, like, I would just sue. And I don't have money to sue, and I cannot afford to just get up and move. And my neighbor had said something to me because I had opened the door and I was like, oh, do you live in this apartment? We ended up figuring out that the lady who lives in apartment 1E above me is not the issue. She basically, I need something strong. I need alcohol because I'm like out of breath. I'm frustrated. Crying for hours is a very lethargic experience, and the come down from feeling so intense is such a struggle. I know I look crazy and I don't care, because I feel like perfectionism is gonna hold me hostage if I don't look perfect to tell you about my struggles. And so that's a message to future me when I watch this. Who fucking cares? Your ceiling is leaking. And I was feeling sad just because it's like my stuff was just getting soaking wet. And it's like, yeah, of course money can replace those things. Nothing can replace your safety. But I'm frustrated because I've had so many experiences with this management company, and it legitimately makes me sad because my father was a super of this building for almost 25 years. And he retired, and it's just like, he used to complain to my brother and I about situations, but he said that my building was like the best one. And so since the day that I have moved into this apartment, literally 4 years ago, I have experienced tons and tons of frustrating experiences. Crackheads that they allow to take the trash out, that they pay a couple dollars to take the trash out every Sunday because everyone in the building leaves their trash by the stairs. And these are the issues with living in a pre-world that is owned by people who have changed management companies multiple times. So there's just, it's a bunch of fucking politics. It's like, my safety is constantly compromised because we've got rats in the hallway and crackheads taking the trash out, living in the boiler room, banging on my windows. This is the 4th time that I've had a leak in this apartment. So once a year I have a leak, and I have had issues, but my rent is $1,200. I haven't popped off yet where I'm living in a deluxe apartment in the sky, like good times. I'm not there yet. I know things are gonna get better. And I have it literally on my wall that things are always working out for me. And I'm constantly thinking about my mental state and how important it is to like keep it positive. Trust God, trust the universe, keep praying to your ancestors and trusting that everything is gonna work out. But right now, my sadness has won. I know things are gonna get fixed, but it's just like, I don't know that it's gonna get it fixed, because how many times have I called a management company and I have to like go through this? And the last time that I asked them if I could move into a different apartment, they were like, you know, you have the cheapest rent. Well, he must have been in for a long time. Let's say his rent was like $800. Yeah, his rent must have been at least $900, because 900 times 12 is 10,800 times 5 is 54. So if he paid, let's say 750 times 12, 9,000 times 5.
But didn't you say he had a 4-bedroom?
But we don't know how long he's been in there.
Well, come on now. Yeah, if your shit's 12, they still gotta put it up.
But the lady that was living here was, the lady who was living here before, Pops had told me, was paid $480. It was something underneath 500. So if you think about it, that $44,000 he accrued, that could have been 10 years. My whole thing is, how do you allow a tenant, you know what, I'm getting...
I'll be complaining about certain things, and like, I'll be pissed. But then again, it's like, fuck, man, I gotta be grateful for the little shit that I have. Like, all I can say is I'm sorry that you're going through that, you know, and I hope because you're smarter than all of us. For somebody to say, yo, I'm gonna get some insurance on this bitch, alright, man, you got the insurance, that shit gonna help you out.
I know what I'm saying.
I'm hurting right now. We're all hurting right now. And I hate to just say it like that, like it's not undermining shit, but it's like, yo, we are fighters. We're fighters, man. I'm not gonna let this shit get to me. I'm not gonna let this shit get to me. You shouldn't let this shit get to you either, man. I'm sorry that you're going through that, but I don't want you to be living in those streets.
And then you say he's flexing it?
He was flexing it, yeah. I'm like, oh, man. I know God won't bless me, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully,
eventually.
You have a lucky day ahead.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you as well. Bye for now.
I had the wrong address on my insurance policy, so I have to wait until that gets approved and updated, and then I can file a claim. Good morning, everybody. It is currently 8:53 in the morning. My super just called me to tell me that his guys should be here soon, so that they can get started on the ceiling. I had some very, very intense dreams last night, but I don't know what it is about stress and strife and hard times that give you the best sleep. I am so thoroughly confused, but I slept great last night. I don't know if I'm being dramatic, but I just like don't want to keep pot and pans that have, you know, I just assume that this is going to be asbestos. You know, like inside of this is the paint and plaster. Hello, how are you?
Ricky said me today you're supposed to do some painting.
Hey, well, you gotta do other stuff before you paint.
No, me just a little thank you first, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it's not making any more, but we need to.
After I fix it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, what's your name?
Clinton.
Clinton is here, and he's asking if you have fixed the leak.
yes, yes.
So what exactly is he gonna do?
Yeah,
That's the
alright.
You want him to paint the ceiling? What if there's mold?
What you mean mold? How's gonna be mold?
No, you're not gonna get no more, man. For the class, I got one
Let him
everything
do
will
what
pass
he
over. So you're not gonna get no more, you know?
So are you doing the whole ceiling?
Yeah, I'll come.
He's gonna plaster whatever he knows what he's gonna do. Don't worry.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do. See. We're gonna move all these and plaster everything. Move all these.
Okay.
Scrape and plaster before.
Yeah, yeah, man.
The guy getting his stuff, the super rang my doorbell, and I opened the door and he was walking up, and I was like, oh, was it for me? He's like, no, I'm going upstairs. He's like, oh, did the lady come downstairs and show you the picture? And I was like, a picture of what? It was her apartment. So the story is a mess because I think that they were doing some plumbing, and as a result of that, them not fixing whatever happened in 2E and whatever they were working on plumbing wise, because I am on the ground floor, I feel like I got the shitty end of it where it was just leaking. I remember seeing this plumbing truck when I was coming back from doing laundry. There's a lot of bullshit going on between the management company, the property manager, the super, and the maintenance worker. And the fact that my super was able to, you know, I gave him this chippy choppy knife and he sliced into the ceiling, tells me how cheap of products they're using, cheap everything. This is the third time that I've had this leak happen, and I feel that they just put a band-aid over a bleeding wound. My gut, my instinct is telling me that there is something being withheld from me because I'm a paying tenant and they don't want to create any more liabilities for themselves. And I'm really glad that I got my insurance company involved, but I need to document as much as possible. So I'm looking at my computer chair and there's just, this is disgusting. You know, this is absolutely disgusting. Insurance company reached out to me late last night. I submitted all the documents, which is pretty much all of the damage. I should have added this picture of the chair, but I didn't get a good look until now. And the receipt for the couch. And so, and the phone number for this management company and all that stuff. So I'm being proactive in terms of doing the things that I need to do.
1 hour later.
The ceiling was plastered, polished, and then they painted the entire ceiling. I still hold that it's a band-aid over a bloody wound. I've spoken to my insurance company. I've let them know everything. I have a $250 deductible. I would like my couch to be replaced. I feel like it might be a fight, but I'm trusting that everything will come out on my side. Pretty much, I'm waiting for the paint to dry, open the window for that to, you know, let out the smell, because I can't hang out in the living room until I feel a lot more confident there. And I have my air purifier on. I'm gonna leave it on all day while I'm out getting my hair done, and then I'm leaving the window open. Even though I know my apartment will be cold, I just do not want to have that smell when I return home. And then once that smell is gone, I will start adding things back. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see that part of me adding in this stuff back, like on my bookshelf and stuff. I just need to mop, clean, I need to do all that. So I'll be doing all that tomorrow, and just having a day where I can be in my head and just clear out my intrusive thoughts while I clean and dust and mop and stuff. But I am the most excited, honestly. I'm just looking forward to doing my hair. And if you're wondering, then you'll have to watch the next video. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.